Let's enjoy her bliss, her peace, her calm. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. You are our mother. Tvameva Mata. You are our father. Cha Pita. Tvameva. You are our friend. Tvameva Bandhu. Cha Sakha. Tvameva. There are many times when we feel lonely. But how can we feel lonely when you are with us as our companion? Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. We need a sense of direction. You represent knowledge, O Mother. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Guide us, O Mother. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We want peace, we want comfort and solace. Sarvamangala-mangale Shive sarvartha sadhike तुमको निश दिन ध्यावत. For thousands and thousands of years you've been worshipped, O Mother. You've been glorified because you are the creator. You are creation. तुमको निश दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा Shivaji. Hari Narayan worshipped you. Brahma glorified you. Bhagavan Shankar called upon you for help. Today we are calling you, O Mother. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maya Jai Shama Gauri. Let's sing her grace tonight. निगम बखानी तुम शिव पतरानी तुम हो जग की माता तुम ही हो भरता मैया तुम ही हो भरता भक्तन की दुख हरता सुख संपत्ति करता Everybody, Jai Ambe Gauri, Maya Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Shama Gauri. Tonight, as we sit here, the few of us, the Hindu world is going to sit together. We're going to flock the temples, the mandirs, homes, wherever satsangs are going to be held to celebrate her grace. And tonight we're going to say, "Oh Ma, tum ho jag hi mata." You're the mother of the world, this beautiful world which we enjoy. You are that world. So when we say we want to enjoy the world, we must enjoy the world. We must enjoy the blessings and the grace of Durga Mata. Tum hi ho bharta. We surrender everything into her hands. You are the support, O Mother, that we need. Bhaktan, your devotees tonight are calling upon you, Hey Maya. We're calling and we're calling and we're asking you tonight. Be dukh harta. Take away our miseries, our sorrows, our unnecessary worries. Sukh sampati karta. Give us the happiness, the joy, the bliss which you have established in this universe for us to enjoy. Please give us such blessings tonight, Iman. Tonight we surrender to all the devas and devis. We channel the energies which comes from all of them, because with such energy a beautiful world is established. And if we study the history of the beautiful Katha of Adi Shakti Durga Mata, we would know that all the energies came together to bring forth this embodiment of bliss, to bring forth a beautiful world for us to enjoy. Who is that world? Ma Durga Devi. Tonight, I invite all of you devotees. We came a little bit earlier this afternoon. We sat and we did all the pujas to all the devas and devis. Tonight we want to channel the energy now. We want to talk to them through prayers and kirtanam, bhajans. So wherever you are tonight, sing with us, pray with us, and let's unite and sing and pray for the world. Hey Ganapati Dev, may you remove all the negative forces from the world that we live in and give us the opportunity for us to enjoy the true beauty of this world. Remember, the world is Durga Devi, but for us to enjoy it, certain elements, certain energies are needed. Let's pray to Ganesh. Gananam tva ganapativam havamahe nidhinam tva nidhipativam havamahe vaso amam maham jami garbhadam शिवे सर्वान्तु सारिणे शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी Tonight we sing for the Lord. Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka Gajavadana Gananatha Gajavadana Vinayaka Blessed with the inspiration of Lord Ganesha, we are able to enjoy the world. Who is the world? Adi Shakti. Prem Suro Shri Ganapati Bhagavan ki Jai. Tonight we surrender to Adi Shakti Mahalakshmi Devi, the goddess of hope, the goddess of prosperity, the beautiful mother who removes all the darkness of ignorance for us to see, for us to feel, for us to embrace the beauty of this beautiful world. Yeah. Namastasye Namo Namah. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Murti Sada Devi
Mahalakshmi Namostute.
Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam
Arogyam Sukhasamvradam.
Mam Shatru Vinashayani
Deepajyote Namostute.
Deepa Jyotir
Namostute.
सब आए शरण तिहारी मैया आए शरण तिहारी मैया. Give us your blessings, हे माँ. दे दर्शन महारानी. जय लक्ष्मी कल्याणी मैया. तू मंगलमय पावन मैया कृपा सदा बरसाए. दीन दुखी शरणागत जन के बिगड़ी काज बनावे. तू अनंत महादानी मैया. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Praise बोलो आदि शक्ति श्री महालक्ष्मी माता की जय. This evening we invoke the presence of Bhagavan Krishna Kanhaiya. It is so unique that during this period that the universal Mother Adi Shakti is worshipped and Krishna also is very, very much revered during this occasion. Maybe there is a homework assignment when we would have completed this beautiful period of Navraatri. What is the connection between Krishna and Durga? Hari Om. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। This is the version we don't hear often these days. ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गई मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगे। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गई मगन, ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गई मगन। महलों में पली बनकी गोकुल चली, महलों में पली बनकी गोकुल चली, मीना रानी दीवानी कहानी लगी। मीरा रानी दीवानी कहानी लगी, वो तो गली गली, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गई मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गई मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी। ऐसे लागी लगन, ऐसे लागी लगन मेरा हो गई मगन। When we think of Krishna and Haya, we think of true friendship. When we think of Krishna, we think of love. When we think of Krishna, we think of wisdom, knowledge. When we think of Krishna, we think of that beautiful Lord who sent us in the world for us to enjoy. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to remove all the darkness from our eyes, for us to see and enjoy and embrace the beauty of this world. Once again, who is the world? What is the world? Adi Shakti Durga Mata. Let's bow to Sri Ramachandra. We're just picking our deities tonight, or I'm picking them at random. We have 9 more to go. So we'll definitely be glorifying them each night, little by little. So let's turn to little Rama. Very little young boy. Very, very tiny. But the joy he brought to the world is something we need to analyze. Ramaya Ram Bhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patni Namah Apadam Pahartaram Dhataram Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam met with Keval, the boatman. Ram says, "You have to take me across this ocean. You're the boatman, you have the boat, and I need a vehicle to cross." Keval looked at Ram and says, "Prabhu, you're telling me about my boat. What about the boat that you have? Because you're crossing this whole world across the ocean of life." ऐसो को उधार जग माही, ऐसो को उधार जग माही, बिन सेवा जो द्रवन कीना पर, राम सरिस को नाई, राम सरिस को नाई, ऐसो उधार जग माही, ऐसो श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। जोग जोग दराग जतन कर, नहीं पावत गुनि मान, सो गति दीन कीन सबरी को, प्रभु न बहुत जिय जान, प्रभु न बहुत जिय जान, ऐसो को उधार जग माही, ऐसो को श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय राम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Let's surrender to Bhagavan Shankara, Lord of peace. How can we worship the mother? How can we enjoy the mother of the home and we neglect the father? That cannot. Tonight we invoke Bhagavan Shiva. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om
Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
शांति शांति हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो शिव शंकर भगवान की जय। Tonight we pray to the Universal Mother, Adi Shakti. Whatever is in your mind tonight, devotees, surrender to her in prayers, puja, glorification. If at all nothing seems to be bothering you, then thank her for helping along the way of life. Tonight we are embarking on a beautiful journey, a yatra, a journey that will bring us the peace and happiness that we so much desire. Let's all pray together, wherever you're loving from, let's surrender to her with love and devotion. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstitaha Namastasye 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 Namo Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrirupena Samstitaha Namastasye Namastasye Namo Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstitaha दर्शन दो दर्शन दो दर्शन दो ओ दर्शन दो दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी दर्शन दो दुर्गा If she could manifest for so many thousands of devotees, so many thousands of years ago, what happened to us, Maya? Are you not going to give us the same enjoyment? विश्व को मोहित करने वाले, तीनों लोक में रहने वाले, विश्व को मोहित करने वाले, तीनों लोक में रहने जब भर की जननी बदनामी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी, जय 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 दुर्गा, जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी, जय 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 दुर्गा। दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, सब गाइए, everybody, दर्शन दो दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी। हरि ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री जगदम्बे माता की जय। This Navraatri is one of the most celebrated festivity that brings a different kind of energy. It brings a different feeling. The bhajans, the Durga bhajans, which we would normally sing on a day-to-day basis, for some strange reason, or maybe it's not strange, maybe it's because of the connection of this period, but when these songs are sung during this period, these songs carry so much more vibrations. And tonight, my dear sisters and brothers, devotees all, I want to thank all of you for logging in and joining us on our virtual Navraatri, Vasant Navraatri celebration. At this time now, we're going to conclude this part of our ritual with the Havan Yagya. And of course, as we have been doing, I believe we started last year, we started doing, rather than doing all the regular normal mantras we would do for the Havan, we would invoke Agni, of course, with the mantra. And after fanning the fire, then we make oblations, offerings, and of course on the screen, you'll be able to see the mantra, very, very simple, Om Dum Durgayi Namaha Swaha. And that will take us to the end of the Havan Yagya. So, if you don't mind, all of you will cross the board. I would like all of you to join us in these beautiful mantras this evening, as once again we are able to connect with such positive vibrations to the Lord. So first of all, as we will do night after night, we will invoke Agni, fan the fire, and then we'll begin making offerings of either ghee or samagri. It's up to you to make your offerings. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha. Dhyavima Bhumaya Prithviva Varinna Prasyasti Prithvi Devayajini Prishti Agin Anadam Ayadari. We find the fire together. Om Bhurya Swari Pratijari Dovishapuriti Samsiti Bhamayam Cha Asmin Sarasve Adyutarashim Vishwadeva Yajmana Shasirata. So tonight I'll be offering the ghee, and of course on the board there on the screen you will see the mantra, and of course our engineer will keep the count for us this evening. Let's begin together. Om Gom Durgaye Namah Swaha. 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 Om Gom Durgaye Everybody together. Om Vidamasi Vidamasi.
Om Varamasi Varamahide. Om Tejavasi Tejavahide. Om Ojavasi Ojavahide. Om Manurasi Manurahide. Om Savasi Savahide.
We'll offer prasadam now to Adi Shakti, now Durga Devi. Compliments of our dear Babita Ji for tonight, celebrating once again the birthday of her daughter, our dear Sapna Didi Ji. We want to wish her the very best, all of Durga Devi Ma's blessings. So if you have your prasadam, you can hold it in your hands also, and let's make our offerings. Om Brahma शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय। प्रेम जोर श्री अग्नि भगवान की जय। And here we have completed our sacrificial part of tonight's celebration of our simple Navraatri, Vasant Navraatri. Once again, I want to take this opportunity in thanking all of you for joining us, logging on, and being part of our satsang. And to all the devotees present here this evening, I want to also say thank you to everyone for being part and parcel of our humble satsang. At this time, before we listen to our message for tonight, we will have two bhajans, two kirtan bhajans in the meantime, while we prepare for our Vyasji. So we'll ask our dear Babita Ji on this side to lead us in one. We're going to unite our voices together. And after Babita Ji, we'll ask Pranita to represent her side. And again, we'll unite our voices and we'll all sing together.
Durga Bhavani Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma Durga Bhavani Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma Durga Bhavani Ma Jai
बोलिए प्रेम सोलो आदि शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय. Devotees are once again, I want to say how humble we are at the Shaanti Bhavan Mandir to have our devotees joining us live on Facebook or our web page. And of course, this is coming compliments of our dear Brianna behind the cameras. Tonight, before I hand over to our Ved Vyasji, I want to say some special thank yous to some of our devotees, quite a few who helped us to clean and to prepare for our Navraatri celebration. First of all, once again, we want to thank Babitaji and family for sponsoring the bhojan and the prasadam for tonight. We want to thank Mataji Baby, Auntie Baby from next door, Nad, Bree, Kev, Kevin Prasad, Kevin Hiralal, Dolls, and a few others who stopped by the other night to help us clean up and decorate this beautiful, beautiful backdrop. Compliments of our dear Dulcie for her creativity decorating. I hope Umaji is taking some lessons. So thank you so much, Dulce, to you and your family for this beautiful backdrop. Also, we want to thank AMP Royal Rental for the rods or the pillars or whatever you call those things for us to hang the dressings on. Dressing the murtis, we want to thank Mataji Lal, who did such a beautiful job always decorating our Devi Mans, Durga, Saraswati, and of course Lakshmi Devi. We want to thank Chrissy Saran for making the malas for these beautiful Devis tonight, and this is coming as a dedication to her own mother, who is her Devi in her life. We also want to thank the Partab family for dropping off some supplies that we needed. So we want to say thank you to this wonderful family. To all those present here this evening, words are not enough to say thank you for taking time out and coming and being part of our yajna. Tonight we begin a beautiful journey, as I said, and I'm going to use a few words. We're embarking on a jet, on a plane, and this plane is called Air Navraatri. And for the next 20 hours, we're going to be traveling. We're going somewhere on a destination. 20 hours. Each night we're going to be on for 2 hours. So 2 times 10 is 20. If you're wondering where the 20 coming from. So 20 hours is a long trip, isn't it? And we're going to be traveling. We're going someplace. Where is this destination? Our pilot is our Vedyas for tonight, who's going to be flying this plane, taking us on a safe journey as we begin. He's going to be giving us all the instructions that we need, and he's going to be telling us if the ride is going to be smooth or if the ride is going to be bumpy. It's up to him. This plane is in his hands. The rest of us present here, we're the air hostesses. We're just here to make everybody else comfortable. Host and hostesses. All of us here, we are those. And the map, bringing the map live so we can see where we're going, of course, is our dear Brianna this evening. Without that map, we don't know where we're going. So thank you, Bri, for bringing this live to our devotees. The destination is a beautiful island where there is peace, where there is comfort, where there is happiness, where there is bliss, and where there is an abundance of good health. This is where we all want to go for this period. Enjoy the ride, and definitely may it be a safe one. It is my honor to ask our Vedyas for tonight, but it's Satish dear, who is no stranger to us at the Mandir or in our community, to take us off and take us safely to our destination. With that being said, Om Namastu Devyasa Vishal Buddhi Pulara Brindayata Patra Netram Yena Tvaya Bharati Tail Purnam Prajvalito Jnanmayam Pradipam. Boliye Prem se bolo Shri Ved Vyas Maharaj ki Jai Jai.
Om Gam Ganapataye प्रथमं शैलपुत्री च द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चन्द्रघण्टेति कुष्माण्डेति चतुर्थकम् पंचमं स्कंद मातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनीति च सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरी चाष्टमम् नवमं सिद्धि दात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिता उक्तानि तानि नामानि ब्रह्मणेव महात्मना। प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा भवानी माता की जय। इस प्रथम रात्रि को नवरात्रि की प्रथम मैं भवानी माँ दुर्गा माँ के चरण कमल को अपना सिर झुकाकर और अन्य रूपों में अर्थात लक्ष्मी माँ सरस्वती माँ की आदि इनके रूपों में मैं बारंबार प्रणाम करता हूं और सिर झुकाता हूं और हमारी आशा है कि इनकी कृपा से इस यात्रा का अंत सफल हो जाएगा। Dear devotees and listeners, all my humble reverence to the feet of Durga Bhavani Ma, first and foremost during this period, but also I would like to be in our mandir physically today. The leader of this journey, he said tonight I'm the pilot, but he is a captain. They have pilot and you have captain who is really in charge, and that is Panditji Manoj. And you know, before I say anything more about him, also our Reverend Panditji Ravi Ratanji, it is also my pleasure to be in his company this evening, and our blessing to have him here as well. Not only two of us, but a third Pandit is able to be here, but not only that, our entire Gandharvi Samaj, which is uplifting the atmosphere. My dear brother Omish Ji on the Dholak, and everybody else who I would not name by name specifically, but all of you I'm very happy to have here with us this evening. It is your presence and your contribution which enhance this katha that I'm about to attempt to give. You know, I would just like to say before I go into the main body of pravachan, that today I said, I'm not going to just arrive to give pravachan, I'm going to arrive to listen to the satsang also, because satsang is not only about using this. If how much of this we have, this thing I'm pointing to here, is only one mouth, but how much of this? 2 ears. That's not by accident. Nothing is by accident or by coincidence. It means very clearly, however much we talk is twice as much you must close this and listen. And that is why I said I have to be here to listen also, not only to deliver the pravachan. And I can assure you that although we are flying this plane together, we have not had any correspondence about what I'm going to read tonight. Panditji will confirm that. But when I came in, as he was invoking the different devata, and not because it's Navraatri, you forget it is only the three forms of the mother. All the devatas still have significance every day and every minute of our lives. If it's Navraatri, if it's Shivratri, whatever it is. And he said something about the connection between Krishna Bhagavan and Durga Ma. And he did not know. And I didn't know he was going to say that either. And yet the part of Devi Bhagavatam, which I've chosen to read today, it pertains to Shri Krishna Bhagavan. So you see, I get a bit nervous because you know, when a pilot is flying a plane, it's many life he have in his hand. So I said, well, what will if I fail my duty today, what will happen to everybody here now? But you see, we are already on the same page without talking to each other, so that we'll be okay. We'll be all right. So now we go straight into the pages of the Devi Bhagavatam. And I would just like to say that as we prepare on this first day, and it is my privilege, Panditji has given me this privilege, and I regard it as a privilege, that I'm have the honor to start this Navratri tonight. There are certain things that we prepare ourselves to do. As I mentioned last time, the most important thing is to cleanse the inside. I'm not talking about the inside of the body here, but this and this I'm referring to. When we say that we are fasting and abstaining from certain things, which we should be doing as well, this includes negative thoughts, harmful feelings within us. First of all, before we worry about keeping any kind of food fast, that is a fast we have to observe first of all. Let us first of all prioritize that type of fasting, and then we worry about the others. And what is the other type of fasting? I have mentioned it before, and I will say again, but it's a good thing to observe, if you're able to, that regular salt, and I know I'm not trying to offend whoever will provide bhojan every night, it's still good to eat, no problem. But if we are able, the regular salt that we use, there is a special kind of salt which is called Sendhanaman we can use during this time. But regular salt, if possible, we should try and avoid. Regular rice, regular flour, roti and all these things, we should try and abstain from it during this time. As I said, if we are at all able. But it is a good thing to do, at least, once in a while for Navratri. It is a good thing to try. And believe me, if you have not done it yet, at the end of the Navratri period, you can contact and tell me how you feel after doing all of that. And I guarantee it will add on to everything else. That is not the most important thing, as I said. It's what is inside. And what the sincerity of prayers that we offer to the Divine Mother. These are the important things. But if you can do that on top of it, it will really increase that satisfaction you'll get at the end of it. If you're able also to have a kalsa, right? Otherwise we call kalash. We have it in front right here. And you put it on some earth. You get a big thari or some big container of some kind. You fill it with earth. And you pray to Durga Ma, whatever way you know. And you install that kalsa. And you get a mixture of grains. We call saptadhanya. 7 sacred grains. And you can put it underneath that kalsa and also all around the kalsa on the earth, which I mentioned just now. Of course, if you water it every day, whenever you go to pray to Durga Ma and you water these grains every day, they will sprout, they will grow. By the end of the 9 days, well, it is 10 solar days in this case, as Panditji correctly said, the 10 multiplied by 2, as Panditji said. At the end of the 10 days in this case, you will see how high those sprouts will grow. And that means your resolution that you're planting something in the beginning. that starts off so small. And by observing Navraatri, it increases and it increases and it increases. Whatever good ambition you have, offer it to Durga Ma now, and she'll give it back to you 100 times more. That is what the growing of those grains represents. Again, if we are able to do that, is something nice to observe also. Without further ado, let me read the first shloka of Devi Bhagavatam, the part which I have chosen to read tonight. Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma,
Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma,
Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma,
Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma.
Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma,
Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma. Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma. Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma.
प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा भवानी माता की जय। उग्रसेन को राजा कर यथेच विहार करने लगे। फिर कुछ काल बीतने पर जनार्दन ने शिशुपाल के विवाह में विदर्भ राजभवन में जो स्वयंवर सभा का आडंबर हुआ था, वहां से रुक्मिणी को हरण करके अनुसार उसका पानी ग्रहण किया। This one shloka summarizes a lot of things as we begin the main part of Katha this morning, and I didn't note what time I started, so you can tell me what time to finish. But as I said, it made me feel so happy when I mentioned Panditji discussing Shri Krishna Bhagavan when I came in, because as I said, by the blessing of Durga Ma, there is a connection here. There are many connections really, but one is being made here. It tells us about a princess by the name of Rukmini. She lived in the kingdom which was ruled by her father, Vidarbha Raj. The kingdom of Vidarbha, actually, that was the name of the kingdom. Time came for her to be of marriageable age, and they would have something called a swayamvar, whereby some contest, well, one of two ways. Some contest would be held to decide who is most worthy of her, or she would get to see all of them and be told their family background, all their achievements and all these things, and then she would decide which one is the most suitable husband, life partner for her. It happened that Jarasandha, an individual by the name of Jarasandha, had arrived there. Now, who is Jarasandha? Jarasandha, actually, he was the father-in-law of Kans, Maharaj Kans, who is a Manu of Lord Krishna. Now, what happened? We all know what happened between Krishna Bhagavan and Kans. I don't need to tell you that from the time before Shri Krishna Bhagavan even appeared on this earth, Maharaj Kans was already told that he is the one who will rid this earth of your atrocities and all of the problems you cause on this earth. So what happened? After Lord Krishna did indeed rid Kans of his physical body and release him towards moksha. Jarasandha said, I will get revenge. And he never ever stopped trying to make the lives of the people of Mathura a complete misery by constantly attacking them. It reached a stage where Lord Krishna even told his people, in the interest of peace, I'm not going to go and attack his kingdom. What we're going to do instead, let's leave Mathura and go. This is, we talk about immigration law and all of this. This is the first immigration we are seeing here. He said, this place is not safe for us anymore. We're going to go west to the land until you can't go any further, to the seashore. And we're going to make a kingdom which we'll call Dwarka. That is what Jarasandha caused Lord Krishna and his people to have to do. So what happened? Jarasandha was not satisfied. As we said, a bully and a tormentor is never satisfied. Never mind they think they have gotten one over their victim, they still want to get one more. So he went to this kingdom and he told the king that you must marry your daughter Rukmini to this individual named Shishupal. Now who is Shishupal now? So many different names calling in one shloka already. Shishupal actually, he is the cousin of Lord Krishna. His mother and Lord Krishna's father were sister and brother. It happened that Shishupal also harbored a deep resentment and hatred towards Lord Krishna. Now there's something I want to mention here before I move on to the next shloka. I mentioned that Shishupal and Krishna were cousin. Now how do you say cousin in Sanskrit or Hindi? The answer is there's not really a proper word for cousin. Why? Because whoever you call your cousin in English, that is a word given in English language. Who you call your cousin is actually your brother or your sister. We must know that. In Sanatan Dharma, we have no such thing as cousin. Your manu's children, your chacha children, whoever it might be. Just like you have your own brother and sister from the same mother and father, you regard them as your brother and sister also. So Shishupal is supposed to look at Lord Krishna as an elder brother. And he has so much disrespect for him. Now there's a lot of more history behind this, but that alone will take up the 45 minutes if I go into detail with that too much. So just as a way of getting one over Lord Krishna, Jarasandha is instigating Rukmini's father, marry her to Shishupal, this Shishupal. So what happened now? Rukmini, she sent a message. She only wanted Lord Krishna. She knew of the divinity of Shri Krishna Bhagavan. This was already preordained. And she sent a message to him. Now how did she do it? How did she send a message? Did she email? Did she pick up a phone? Did she fax? No, she wrote a letter. She wrote a letter and she had a messenger to carry the letter to Lord Krishna. Now there's something we have to note here as I prepare to read the next shloka. But this very important point I'm about to make. Rukmini communicated in writing to Lord Krishna. What does it mean? She had to have a level of education in order to do it. Now there is an old-fashioned idea, and thank goodness, I have to say thank goodness it has become eradicated, but just in case there is any remnant of this old-fashioned idea left behind, I want to completely destroy it tonight. I will tell you of my 4 great-grandma, Parnani and Paraji. I know 2 of them could not read or write. And I'm sure many of you, if you go back into your history, family history, you will see this happening as well. Oh, they were extremely intelligent. Don't make no mistake about that. Only they could not read or write any letters in Hindi, English, nothing. What happened, and what my grandparents had told me, is that at that time they felt the only thing that the girls need to know to do is to cook and to clean and to sew and all these things. Why do you need to go to school and learn to learn all that for? That was an idea at one time. But you see, what we're seeing here is that Rukmini, as a female, is educated enough to be able to send a letter, to construct a letter to Shri Krishna Bhagavan. We are in a period where we are focusing on the female form of the divine. If we worship these mothers, and then we turn around and say that our daughters should be denied something which the sons can get, then it becomes a completely hypocritical exercise by doing this. So that's just something I want to bring out from the fact that Rukmini was able to send this letter to Sri Krishna Bhagavan to come and save her from this impending marriage. So of course we know that Lord Krishna came and indeed married her. Now as they settle down into their marriage life, what would happen after that? We will hear in this next shloka. Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani श्री कृष्ण की परम शोभना महिषी थी। प्रथम रुक्मिणी के प्रिय दर्शन प्रद्युम्न नामक पुत्र को उत्पन्न करने पर श्री कृष्ण ने उसका जात कर्मादि समापन किया। इसके उपरांत शंबर नामक बलवान दानव ने स्वतिका ग्रह से उस बालक पुत्र को हरण कर लिया। So of course after Rukmini and Sri Krishna Bhagavan have settled down into their marriage life now. No, I'm talking about Sri Krishna Bhagavan as if he were an ordinary man here. Well, that's what ordinary men normally do. Myself, Pandit Raviji, Pandit Manoj, we have all done this already. We are still going through this stage of life here. We're not so old, we're still young. Yes. I said it to make myself feel good more. Anyway. But Sri Krishna Bhagavan is going through this Grihasti stage of life now that we are in. Grihasti means that you're no longer worried about pursuing education anymore. Although in this country you have to cross over something. But normally in this stage of life you're not worried about that anymore. That's finished. You're now concerned about having your own household. Like how your parents grew you up. You have to bring up your own family now. So what happened to Rukmini did indeed bear a son for Lord Krishna. And this son was named Pradyumna. Now Pradyumna, we have to cast our mind back to Lord Shiva now to understand who really was Pradyumna. And again we heard the praises of Shankar Bhagavan being sung during the course of this satsang tonight. We all know the katha, and again this is a very well-known katha. It is in Ramayana in more detail. How Kamdeva, he is the one who is said to arouse an inflamed desire within us. He went in front of Lord Shiva to get Lord Shiva out of the samadhi he was in so that he would see Mother Parvati, Gauri Mata, and agree to marry her. And when Shankar Bhagavan opened the third eye, what happened to Kamdev? He was burnt to ashes, left without any form. So his consort, Rati Devi, she begged that she would be able to see him in a physical form again. So Shankar Bhagavan assured her that when Lord Vishnu would take avatar on earth again, after Shri Ram, Chandra Bhagavan, which is of course Lord Krishna, he will come as her son, and I assure you, you will be reunited with him again. That is who is Pradyumna, the son of Krishna Bhagavan and Rukmini Devi. Now, we have to understand that this thing we call crime has always existed. No one is ever 100% safe. Now, I'm not trying to sound scary or negative, but it is a fact. We have to be very careful when we are moving around, inside or outside. When we are driving on the road, we always have to be prepared for anything to happen. And that's why every minute of your life you have to be careful. Now what happened? They forgot this. Rukmini forgot this. And she left the child on guard, and what happened? A Rakshas by the name of Shambar, he came into the palace one night, and he took away this child. Now even today, in this country I know that when babies are born, they have a special tag attached to their foot to make sure that they are not carried away, because that is the worst trauma anybody could go through, having their child taken away by mistake or deliberately also. But this happened to the son of Lord Krishna, that less than 10 days after being born, it is said that they did his Jatakaram. Jatakaram is a sanskar you do when a child is born. The same day a child is born, but again, because of hospital situation nowadays, children are not born at home anymore. It becomes near impossible to do this sanskar properly. But it is then said, after 10 days, you do Namkaran sanskar, where you officially name the child. But it is said even before they could have done that Namkaran, they had come up with a name already. Of course you will come up with a name before 10 days. But the 10 days when you officially name the child, well, before they could do that, this Rakshas came and took away this baby away from them. And again, it was purely an act of wickedness against Lord Krishna and his earthly family. So what would Rukmini do now? What was there left for her to do? More than the father even, the mother is the one who has had a physical connection with that child. For 9 months, and then less than 10 days, she's had the joy of holding him in her hands, and that has been taken away from her. What will she do? Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Maha, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Maha, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Maha, Jai Jai Ambe Bhavani Maha. Idashya Swapuri Malo, Maya Vatre Samarvita, अपनी नगरी में ले जाए, मायावती के हाथ में समर्पण किया। वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण पुत्र को हरण हुआ, जानकी शोकातुर हुए और भक्तियुक्त मन से भगवती की शरणागत हुए, जिन्होंने लीला पूर्वक ही वृत्रासुर इत्यादि दैत्यों को निहत किया है। Rukmini knew that this had to be the handiwork of some Rakshas of some kind. And she knew who is the one who has been able to destroy Mahishasura, Shumba, Nishumba, Madhu, Kaitab, all of these Rakshas. It is none other than Durga Ma, what does she say? What does the shloka say? Bhagavati ki sharanagat hue. Sharan means shelter. Means that she surrendered herself into the shelter of Durga Ma at this point in time now. She has no other recourse. Even before she goes to see Krishna Bhagavan, she goes to the feet of Durga Ma and says that I completely 100% surrender myself to you. It is only you can save me. It is only you can understand the pain of a mother that I am going through now. And that is why I surrender myself into your shelter. Now that is what we must all do. Accept that the only shelter where we are where we can have that safety. As I said, life is always full of dangers every step of the way. But once we throw ourselves at the feet of Durga Ma and accept that shelter, that is only that's the only time when we can really overcome these dangers. तेरी शरण आए देखो हे अम्बे माता ओ माता तेरी शरण आए देखो हे अम्बे माता चारों दिशा से भक्ति आशा से भक्तों की पीड़ा की ओ माता तेरी शरण of what is being sung here. Teri Sharana Aaye, Dekho He Ambe Mata. That means, I am now coming to your shelter, watch me. Dekho He Ambe Mata. You are asking her to look at you and make sure that she knows you are there so that she can afford you that shelter you need. And all of us need it. All of us. Every one of us, we need this shelter. Maybe if Rukmini had gone to her before the Rakshasa had come for Pradyumna, then maybe this could have been avoided. And this is another lesson in life. Do not waste, do not wait, well, do not waste time as well, but do not wait for something to happen before you fall at the feet of Durga Ma. What does it say? Dukha mein sumirana sab kare, sukha mein kare na koi. जो सुख में सुमिरन करे तो दुख काहे तो हो या दुआ. What does it say? दुख में सुमिरन सब करे. In moments of sorrow like what Rukmini is in here now, दुख में सुमिरन सब करे. That means everybody praises Bhagavan during those moments. सुख में करे ना कोई. Once everything is okay, once they went through the happiness of this child, she was not worrying about Durga Ma then. And the second line of the Doha says, Jo sukha mein sumiran kare. That means if in the moments of happiness we do remember, to dukha kahe to ho. Then The sorrow will happen, but it will not affect us too much. It will not have that disastrous effect upon us. It will be it will be very minuscule compared to if we do not do that. So what else would Rukmini do besides pray to Durga Ma? We will hear in these next couple of shlokas in this chapter of Devi Bhagavad. So we see here, although at the beginning we may have been asking the question, what has any of this got to do with Durga Ma? Why do we have to pray to, why do we have to mention the other devatas? But as Panditji said, and that is something I love that he said, they're all connected after all. So let me do the last couple of shlokas from the Devi Bhagavad tonight. Shri Uvac Shokam ma kuru devesha Shapoyante puratana Tasya yogena putraste Shambarena drito balat Ataste shodashe varshe Hatvatam shambaram balat Agamishyati putraste mat prasadana samshaya Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Vinche प्रेम से बोलो जगदम्बे मैया की हे देवेश अब शोक मत करो पूर्व में तुम्हारे प्रति एक शाप था इसी कारण शंबर ने अपनी आसुरी माया के प्रभाव से तुम्हारे पुत्र का हरण किया है अतएव तुम्हारा पुत्र जब 16 वर्ष का होगा तब वो मेरे प्रसाद से शंबर दैत्य को बलपूर्वक मार कर आवेगा इसमें संदेह नहीं है So in fact I cut it out in the interest of summarizing but many shlokas in fact over the course of 5 shlokas Rukmini is just praising Mother Durga recounting all of her glorious attributes all of her mercies all of the great things she has done to save this world time and time over. Eventually, Durga Ma arrived, appeared, I should say, in front of her. And we too must have faith in that. That you cannot just pray, it is not one shloka alone, but more than that. We have to keep praying to her, and if we have a question for her, eventually she will provide the answer. Might not be tomorrow, might not be next month, might not be next year even. May not even be next decade for all we know. But once we continue to have that faith in her, she will eventually provide an answer. What answer she gave to Rukmini? She told Rukmini and Lord Krishna, she is telling them, it is a result of your previous karma. That you were not born on the day you think you were born. And Lord Krishna himself would repeat this in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Entire chapter 2 is about that. You were not born on the day you think you were born. You had an existence before that. And depending upon your actions, then you have to carry something back into this janam. And that is what has happened here. You have done something in your previous janam that you do not have any recollection of it, but you did it, that you have to punish a little bit in this life. But the punishment will not last forever. Nothing will last forever. When that boy you have lost now is 16 years old, he will come back, and I will tell you who took him. A Rakshas took him. And I assure you, when he is 16, he will be able to slay that Rakshas and come back to you again. And I promise you, at the age of 16, he will return to you. And Rukmini, she accepted this. She knelt at the feet of Durga Ma, and she accepted this answer that was given to her. How many of us will say that, think about this. 16 years is a long time to wait. Extremely long time. But because it was the Divine Mother who assured her that in the end she will meet her son again, she said, if that is what is meant for me, and you say that is best for me, then I will accept it. I fall at your feet, and I accept it. Too many times in life, we say that, why I have to punish so much? Why is all this happening to me? But we do not realize that sometimes it's actually for whatever happens to us is meant for us. Not meant for the next person, but what is meant for us will happen to us. So, what else transpired from this katha? We will hear in this next shloka. Rajuvacha Sandeho me muni shrestha Jayate vachanatava Vaishnavanche bhagavati Dukhotpatim vilokya cha Om Aim Hrim Chamundaye Vichye. As we summarize what happened after that, it is said, and this part of the katha might sound a bit ludicrous now. That's why I hesitate to read it. But we have to understand the message behind it. When this Rakshas Shambar had taken away Pradyumna, it is said he dropped him into the ocean. The baby was swallowed by a large fish. The fish was caught and served to the same Shambar. Now, this might not sound like an appropriate thing, but remember, these are Rakshas we are talking about here. So that's why they would have consumed that. And when the lady who was preparing the food cut open this fish, she found this baby, she looked after him as her own. And who was that lady? That lady was Rati, actually, the wife of Kamdev, come back in a human form. And when he was 16 years old, as Durgama had promised, he was encouraged by the same lady who saved him from the belly of the fish to go and destroy that Rakshas, to go and destroy him, because he has caused so much anguish to your real parents and your family. Go and destroy him. So Pradyumna, age 16 years old, was able to completely destroy this Rakshas Shambar, and indeed was reunited with Lord Krishna and Rukmini Devi. And it is all through the assurance of Durgama that they were able to endure these 16 long years. Now, the last thing I want to say before I pass over to Babaji once again about this pravachan. We have read about Lord Krishna. We have read about his son. We have heard about how Durgama saved them. We have all heard that story of the two pots who were carrying a gardener had to carry pots of water to the palace, and one of them had a crack, an imperfection, in other words. And the pot, now this of course this never really happened, but just think about the symbolism behind it. The one with the crack was jealous of the one that had no crack at all. But after a time, as they were going, they realized that this side of the path where this gardener would walk was green and blooming, and this side had nothing at all. Why? Because the water used to leak from that crack in it, and it is because of the cracked pot, the cracked pot, that this grass was able to grow nicely. So once again, I remind you, whatever is imperfect in your life, have that faith in Durgama. And just as she held on, she allowed Krishna Bhagavan and Rukmini to hold on for 16 long years. She will help you to go through this entire lifetime, because this entire lifetime will be full of various kind of punishments and sufferings and trials and tribulation. But once we throw ourselves at her feet and accept that it is only through her shelter that we can live, then everything will be all right in the end. So now we reach to the end of the first leg of this 10 days journey, and I hope it has been comfortable for you. You know, the most thing about flight is that you cramp up in a little space and you're very bored. There's nothing to do. You're just sitting there. And like the place to Guyana, they never have a TV. Even these American airlines, they never put TV in front of you. to Guyana for anywhere else to put it, but for some reason those flights, you don't get it. That's what I experienced. But I hope that this journey which has started tonight, that although you may have been sitting one place, feeling physical discomfort, your foot fall up still, well, those who are sitting here at least, just let your foot cramp up on the plane. But you have been listening to something which I hope is not something which we hear, too often before, that we have been able to learn something from it, and it has helped this little time, little part of the journey to go fast enough. And I wish all the future guests, I know that both Panditjis who are present here today will be taking over that responsibility very soon, and I wish both of them all the best. I don't need to wish them because I know they will do an excellent job in doing so, and anybody else who is going to do this. And I encourage all of you, please continue to tune in, participate in the prayers, the bhajan, the hawan, and listen to the pravachan that is given every night. And then I assure you, this Navraatri, you will feel so good at the end of it. Prem se bola Adi Shakti Durga Bhavani Mata ki jai. Prem se bolo Jagadambe Maiya ki jai.
Boliye prem se bolo Shri Vyas Maharaj ki. Indeed, as Panditji mentioned here, on a flight, especially a long flight, and you're going to a destination where you're very excited, you hear about, for example, if you're going to a Caribbean island, you live in New York, it's winter time, it's cold, so many things happening in New York here. You want to get away. You want to get away from all of this. But in order for you to get there, it's a long flight, and there's lots of turmoils, there's lots of bumps. What do you call it in the air? Turbulence. Sometimes the plane make one big dip and come back up. And I like the fact that there is no TV on there in the flights, because it's preparing you, allowing you to get enough rest. Because when you got it, it's 4 hours for driving for me to gotta go down. So you need all the rest that you can get. But it talks about this katha tonight, and I love the katha because it talks about life, kabhi sukhe, kabhi dukhe. At one moment you could be at the highest of celebration. You can enjoy everything possible that you can think of. Marriage and getting a child and all of these things. But circumstances can change that. Choices can change that. Decisions we make can change that. And like Rukmini, she made a choice. She neglected that child for that period of time, and look what happened. But she was told, she surrendered at Durga Ma's feet. She went to the mother for prayers, in prayers. And as she surrendered to her, when Durga Ma was telling her about these 16 years, these thoughts came to my mind. In order for us to overcome the challenges that seems to be coming our way, as Panditji rightfully said, time and time again, these things happen, they come, and it extends itself for a long period of time. But remember, night doesn't last forever. The sun will shine. To Rukmini and to all of us as devotees, where there is sacrifice, where there is dedication, where there is discipline, where there is conviction, where there is penance, where there is love and devotion, those days can easily become less stressful. In all practice, we have to practice it. To all of our devotees, once again, joining us live from wherever, I want to let you know that at the end of every tunnel, there is always a shining light. Always continue to have faith and continue to dedicate yourself in prayers. With that being said, we want to thank our Vyasji once again for a beautiful katha. And this is the first time I'm hearing that katha. And I'm very enlightened, and I like the way it talks about life and the happenings of life. So thank you very much, Panditji, for that beautiful scene. It is my honor now, as I said, go to the Divine Mother in prayers, surrender yourself, and the best way to do so is by us uniting our voices once again and chanting these beautiful 40 verses which will describe her glories. How will she help us? Why will she help us? And the ultimate question, will she help us? Indeed, definitely she will. Let's surrender now in the Durga Devi Chalisa. Prem So Jagadambe Mata Ki Jai.
नमो नमो वरगी सुख करिणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरिणी निरंकार ज्योति पुकारी दीनलोक मेरे उजियारी जय अम्बे जगदम्बे
मंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। प्रेम सोल जगदम्बे माता की जय। Once again, devotees, I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of our viewers, firstly, for making this night possible, for allowing us to come into your wonderful homes and celebrating this beautiful, auspicious spirit of Chaitra Navraatri with each and every one of you and your respective families. Secondly, I want to thank all the ones present here this evening for making this beautiful night very, very special as we begin this journey. To our dear Manoj ji on the black, to our dear Shaanti, our dear Kevin, our dear Vyas ji, Panit Satish, our dear very own Panit Ravi ji, Sabrina, Devi ji, and of course our dear Babita, who is our sponsor for tonight, also donating $100 to the Mandir, and not forgetting Omaji, who had to leave, and of course our dear Brianna behind the cameras. Once again, devotees, we pray that each and every one of you will enjoy the rest of your evening. Kindly join us back tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And I just want to let you know that from tomorrow evening, when we start with our opening prayers or invocational prayers, we will have a kirtan or two, and then we'll go straight into the chanting of the Havan, Om Dugdurgai Namaha Swaha, and right after that we'll have a few devotional bhajans, and then we'll be listening to our Vyasji, and that will be the format for the rest of the evenings going forward. And please come back and join us again tomorrow evening. God bless all of you until we meet again. May the beautiful blessings of Devi Ma be upon all of us. To Mataji Pamela Rambaru, this is a wonderful mother of Panidibak ji. On behalf of all of us, we want to wish you a happy, happy birthday today. It is my honor to ask our dear Panit Ravi ji to lead us in our concluding prayers. Tvameva Mata Jadika Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Sasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Narayanaya 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 Om Karajaram Kutam Va Kathayanam Karmanam Va Sravananam Va Manasam Va Paraharam Vedam Vedam Va Sarvamitat Shamaswa Jai Jai Karvadhe Sri Mahadeva Shambhu. Om Shanti 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 Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parbrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Prem Solo Sri Nau Durga Adi Shakti Maharani Ki Jai.